Hey guys, how's it going, and welcome to a new main account progress ramble. I want to start by saying that I apologize if my voice sounds a little bit terrible because I have been kind of sick for the past week, but I've kind of changed gears a bit and a few interesting things have happened on my main account lately. It's been a while since I made one of these videos, so I figured now was a good time. So as you can see, I am not currently smithing. I did not get 200 mil smithing yet. I'm at 153 mil, so I did a good like 2.5 months of smithing, I think, and I kind of just felt like doing something else basically. After I'd switched gears a bit on my Ultimate Ironman, as you guys saw in the last video, I got to 70 woodcutting, and then I had an urge to woodcut on my main for whatever reason, so I went and did some 2-tick teaks and got like 3 or 4 mil woodcutting XP. I got up to 25 mil, and I might go and do some more of that. I really like doing 2-tick woodcutting. It's a pretty nice method, but then I did 2-tick woodcutting for maybe like 4 days, and then I got really sick like last Sunday, so about a week ago, and I really couldn't woodcut. Like I just felt so terrible, and so I decided to do some runecrafting because it was a little bit less effort. It's still kind of a more focused skill because I didn't want to do anything too AFK. I just wanted to focus on my main. And so I started doing some runecrafting, and I've been doing runecrafting for close to a week now, and I've been liking it a lot. So I'm thinking of continuing RC for a while as long as I like it. I'm at 23.8 mil right now, and I'm just doing lavas because they are the fastest XP in the game, other than maybe some kind of weird runner methods that I don't really want to do. I get around like 65 to 70k an hour doing lavas, which is pretty good. The max you could get is maybe like 73, 74k an hour. So I'm slowly working towards getting a bit better at this. I held over 70k for about an hour and a half today on stream before it started to drop down. But I think I stayed above 69k for pretty much the whole time, like 4 or 5 hours. So yeah, the specifics of this method, I may make a separate lava runecrafting guide later. I do have one on my channel now, but don't watch it. It's really bad and old and inaccurate. So yeah, don't watch my lava RC guide if you want to learn how to do lavas properly. You're better off just watching this video without a commentary or something. Or there's a guy named Lavaroon who has a good lava runecrafting guide, and I could link that in the description for you guys. He makes some nice videos, and his runecrafting guide is quite good. But yeah, I bank at Crafting Guild with the Max Cave Teleport, which is quite nice, and you have to use binding necklaces and dual rings, and you have to use essence and earth runes for each lava rune you make, and you have to use stamina doses. Seems like it's roughly 20 stamina doses per hour, and you also have to use magic imbues, of course. I'm casting more than one magic imbue per lap just because that means I can get more magic XP, and I do like to get my magic XP. I'm getting close to 70 mil magic, so that would be pretty nice. I was sitting at 68 mil for so long because I wasn't imbuing during smithing, of course, but it's nice to be getting some magic XP again. So yeah, I'm not currently playing my Ultimate Ironman while I'm doing this, though in the future it might be possible to play an Ultimate, like to play another account in general, but especially the Ultimate while doing lavas, because they're not like constant clicking the way, like with something like 2-tick teaks, for example, you literally have to click on the client every single game tick, so there's no way that I could do anything on the side, really. But with something like lavas, I have a good, like, I don't know, 5 seconds or so of AFK time right there, and there's, you know, bits of AFK here and there where I could click away probably, so maybe in the future I'll continue the Ultimate while doing lavas, or maybe I'll stop doing lavas altogether and finish smithing. I do still have about the same amount of time remaining on smithing on both accounts. As of now, I have about 250 hours left for 200 mil smithing on here, and about 250 hours left for 89 on the Ultimate, and I do intend to finish those at some point. Not exactly sure when, but I just was feeling like training some more interesting skills. To be honest, smithing is really just an interim thing so I could focus on my Ultimate. It's not really a skill that I care about at all. It's just a skill that I figured I'd do. I just contacted the wrong person. It's just a skill that I figured I'd do because it made sense and it was easy to do alongside another account, and it was kind of nice to think about having, you know, both mining and smithing at 200 mil, and I think that probably will happen eventually, but another part of me kind of wants to only get really good 200 mils, and I feel like runecrafting is the best skill in the game achievement-wise, and the combination of runecrafting and mining would be really, really nice to achieve, I guess, so I'm thinking of maybe doing runecrafting for the long term, but I really don't know for sure. I'm just kind of playing it by ear as of now and seeing how motivated I feel and seeing how far I want to take it. I do only have about a week and a half or so of classes left in this semester, and then I have some finals, but those won't actually take that much time because it's, you know, my separate finals week only have like 2 or 3 finals, and I have to do a bit of studying, but I will basically have a lot more free time after, like, starting in about 2 weeks from now, and it will last for about a month, and, you know, I'll have some holiday stuff and I'll be a bit busy here and there, but I'll have a lot more free time to play RuneScape and stream, and I think I might see if I want to go for a month record in runecrafting. It's not going to be any kind of insane hours, but the current runecrafting records aren't really that crazy. The week record, like, if you exclude stored XP anyways, the week record is like 7 mil, and that's only about 100 hours of lavas, which isn't really that crazy of a week. Like, some skills have week records that are like over 140 hours, and I've done like 120 plus hours in a week with mining, so if I have a full week open, I'm considering maybe going for a new week record in RC of maybe like 7.5 mil or something like that. I don't think I want to go too crazy, but I could probably beat the record without even really sleep depriving, so that would be kind of nice, I guess, and I could potentially get a month of maybe as much as like 350 or 400 hours, which would be pretty nice as well. We'll just have to see, but it'll probably be the last like serious amount of free time I'll have for like the entire next year, because in 2017 I'm going to be really busy. I mean, I'm going to be taking classes for, you know, the spring semester, and then I'm going to be taking classes during the summer also, and I think I'm going to be doing an internship for the second half of next year, so it's definitely going to be a packed year. I'm not going to have any like 4-month summer the way I did last year to just like sit and play RuneScape for, you know, 10 to 15 hours a day for, you know, months on end. So this might be my last chance to make some nice records and make some nice gains, and I feel like runecrafting would be the right skill to do that in, because it's one of my favorite skills and one of the best skills achievement wise. So yeah, for an undetermined amount of time the Ultimate Iron Man is on hold, but it will definitely come back, and it's always been a secondary account. My main account is of course always my priority, and continuing to gain experience and EHP and stuff like that consistently is always what I aim for when I'm playing RuneScape, and the Ultimate Iron Man is just a secondary thing. It's a fun side project, and I guess I didn't imbue, and something that I like to do whenever I can, but if I'm doing skilling in my main that isn't conducive to playing it, then it's not going to be played, because I do still have the goal of continuing to gain XP and EHP on my main account, and, you know, continue towards the 200 mil all goal and mindset. Who knows if I'll ever actually achieve it, but I always intend to stay consistent on this account if I'm going to be playing RuneScape at all. Speaking of which, I haven't actually mentioned it yet, but I did pass 1 billion total XP on my main account, which is a pretty cool milestone. I should have repaired my pouch before that. I do have a lap timer where I repair my pouches every 9 laps. You guys can't see it right now because of the way that I'm recording, but I have a little overlay on my client that just counts the laps. I press a little button. Well, I press a fairly normal sized button actually every lap, and it ticks up the timer, and so I repair every 9 laps before my pouch actually degrades. And yeah, I'm still pretty terrible at lavas, but I will get better with time. Hi, it's me from the future. One thing I forgot to mention in this video upon listening back to it is that I got a new pet recently, which is the Rift Guardian, which is the runecrafting pet. I got that last night, and I've only done like 3 mil runecrafting XP since it came out, and it's like, I think it's like 18 mil XP average to get it, so yeah, my luck with skilling pets is ridiculous. I've gotten 5 skilling pets now, and I've gotten incredibly lucky with every single one of them. It was 400k woodcutting XP, 14 mil mining XP, 3 mil fishing XP. I don't even know if I talked about either of these in the video at any point, but I got this one kind of randomly a while ago. 167 KC for the Phoenix, and 3 mil RC XP for this. So yeah, they don't even really mean anything to me at this point because they've just happened, and they're so easy. They've been so easy for me to get, but I guess it's kind of cool that I've gotten the RC pet. I wish I could give it to one of my stream viewers because he's been wanting one for ages, and I don't even really care about it, but unfortunately it's not tradable. But yeah, this is something kind of cool, so I figured I would inject that into this video. But yeah, as I was saying, I passed 1 bill total XP, which is pretty cool, and I'm only ranked like 57 or something overall, but as of now I'm ranked 36 EHP, I think, so I kind of like to stay behind in total XP and ahead in EHP ranks. It just makes me feel, you know, it makes me feel better to have upwards mobility than be like at my peak and my overall rank as opposed to my EHP rank. And unfortunately, runecrafting EHP is really inaccurate, so I'm getting way more EHP than I should be right now. I was ranked 39 like a few days ago, and then I started runecrafting and I've already jumped a bunch of ranks, but it's just because runecrafting EHP is based on nature runes until 40 mil XP for some, well, I know the reason, but it's stupid. It assumes that you runecraft nature runes until 40 mil, make like 2 bill GP, and then start flipping, and then pay for the rest of your 200 mil with flipping, which is just really far-fetched and doesn't really make much sense. And like nobody's really going to do that. Like the most efficient thing is just to do lavas, and even if you don't play alts, which I don't currently, I might in the future, I'm not really sure, it's still more efficient to do lavas because you can make a lot of money from Slayer through things like Cerberus, and it's still fairly efficient. And yeah, I mean, runecrafting for profit is really kind of a thing of the past at this point. Lots of people still do it, but it's, oh my god, it's really not worth doing. So that's why I've chosen to do lavas. I just don't really want to, you know, spend twice as much time as I need to on runecrafting, and doing lavas is pretty enjoyable. There is a slight chance that maybe I'll do some astrals here and there. It would be kind of a cool goal to runecraft all of the astrals that I would need for 200 mil magic with magic imbue, but it would be a huge waste of time, so I'm not sure if I will really bother with that or not. Lavas do cost a bit of money. I count it as only about 2.5 GP per XP if you don't include imbues, because imbues are kind of just the cost of magic anyways, but if you do include imbues, it's maybe more like 3 or so, maybe 3.5 GP per XP. So they're fairly cheap. Binding necklaces and dueling rings are very, very inexpensive right now compared to what they were in the past, so that's pretty nice. I was able to get some binding necklaces today for like 600 GP each, although they've gone up a little bit since then. I think I'm not even getting any for 700 now. Another thing that occurred to me is it's been about a year since I started skilling efficiently again. After I maxed in April of 2015, I spent a while doing completionist stuff, and I did pretty much all the completionist stuff there was to do and began hunting for pets, and I stopped hunting for pets about November last year, and I've been just skilling since then, and I started mining in January of this year, so I did about a month and a half or 2 months of random skilling. I was going for 20 Malal then actually, so that's what I was working on then. But yeah, I basically have a full year of post-max skilling that's happened now, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to go on CML. I'll see if I can pull it up here. Yeah, so here is my CML page, and this is just my current week, 125 EHP, and I've actually played like probably like 60 or 70 hours, so yeah, definitely have not done 104 hours of runecrafting. This is like 50 hours of runecrafting, maybe even less than that. So yeah, if we go to my year, this is what I've done in the past year: 586 mil total XP and 3.1k efficient hours, 184 mil mining and 137 mil smithing, so that's what I've done the most of this year. 62 mil farming, so that puts me, I'm actually at 80 mil farming right now. I've just passed that the other day, so basically means that I have 2 years of farming to go, so that's lovely to think about. And lots of magic XP, and all of this attack and all of this strength XP is Nightmare Zone. I've been doing Nightmare Zone pretty consistently while in my classes and doing homework and stuff as much as possible, though I guess a little bit of it was from finishing 20 mil Slayer. And yeah, this is pretty much the entirety of my year. Just a few skills for the most part, though bits of XP and all the other skills too. But yeah, it's kind of nice to have been skilling for a whole year, and I've gained so many ranks, 122 EHP ranks. It's crazy to think that I'm down to number 36 right now. I really didn't expect that I'd get that high up in the rankings at any point. But yeah, I've really enjoyed skilling. It's been nice, and I think that I'm going to continue skilling for the long term. Regardless of what skill I do, I'm not sure if I'll consistently do runecrafting, but I'll be consistently doing some kind of skilling for the next few years. I think I probably will just continue to skill and work towards 200 mils for all the time that I'm in university, and then I have no idea what will happen after that, so we'll just have to see. But as far as my goals for 2017, I guess it's a little bit early, but the only thing I really have as a goal is to continue to climb in the ranks, and I'd like to get Silver Star rank in Hexes, which is top 25 EHP ranking. As you saw, I'm number 36 right now, though if runecrafting EHP ever gets fixed, then I probably will get drop down a little bit, but we'll just have to see whether that actually ever happens. I don't know. I mean, it's basically just like a few hundred free EHP, because after 40 mil I'll be getting like the right amount of EHP, but until then I'll just be getting a stupid amount extra, and I've petitioned and hoped that Foot will change it, but I don't know if he actually will. I do sometimes get questions about my gear. First of all, the staff is actually a mist battle staff, which is a fairly new item that came into the game, and it gives unlimited water and air runes. And in combination with the Tome of Fire, I have the water and fire runes for magic imbue, and I also have the air runes for NPC contact, which is pretty nice. So I have all the elemental runes that I need unlimited. The air runes that you need for NPC contacting is very minimal, so maybe in the future I'll just wear a steam staff, because I kind of do like the look of the steam staff better, but at least for now I'm just going with this because I have to switch out fewer of the runes in my rune pouch if I do it this way, and I like to have different runes in my rune pouch for farm runs, so it just makes things simpler. And as far as the rest of this stuff, a lot of people ask me why I don't wear full graceful, because I actually could, since I have a max cape and that acts as a talisman for any altar, and also as a graceful cape, so I could wear full graceful with it. The reason I don't is just because fashionscape basically don't really like how full graceful looks, and I prefer to keep the swag on. The runner hat is very important to RuneScape morale, so yeah, I haven't actually figured out how much extra it's going to cost me in staminas to not be using graceful, but maybe it's going to cost me an extra like 10 mil or something like that for 200 mil RC. Maybe it's a little bit more, but either way I don't really care that much. But yeah, runner hat is probably the best item in RuneScape. Definitely recommend that you get one. It will definitely significantly improve your XP rates. Not that I'm actually showing a good example with how terrible I am at lavas right now, but lavas are actually pretty difficult to do well, because there's just like so many quick things you have to do, like the one-tick pouches and the banking. There's a lot of room for error, and there's a lot of room for improvement, which kind of makes it more fun, because you can, you know, spend a lot of time at it and still have lots of room for improvement, and improvement makes things more interesting, at least to me. But yeah, this has probably been enough of a ramble for now, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. Once again, will I finish 200 mil smithing? Yes, but I don't really know when. But yeah, maybe it isn't the next 200 mil, as I said in the last video, we'll see. Will I continue the free-to-play ultimate? Yes, and also I don't know when, but yeah, those probably will go hand in hand, so we'll see. But I don't know, maybe I'll be playing it while doing runecrafting, we'll just have to see. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the progress ramble. Another one will happen probably in another month or two. If I get really settled into runecrafting and decide I want to do it long term, then maybe I'll make another video just talking more about that. And if I decide to switch to a different skill, then maybe I'll make a video talking about that. Basically, I want to do all of the gathering skills. I want to do runecrafting, and I want to do agility, and those are just the skills that I enjoy the most. So as long as I'm working on like one of those, then I'm happy. And you know, smithing would be nice to get finished up, so it's kind of an outlier for the skills that I really plan to do in the somewhat near future, but it's still a skill that's fairly nice to do, and the profit from it is decent too, so I'll finish it up sometime. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I know that my YouTube channel has been a bit slow moving over pretty much the entire past year, and it will probably continue to be that way, just because I don't want to put out videos unless I feel like I have something worth making a video about, or something worth talking about, and I would prefer not to make guides unless I'm really familiar with the method, so that I don't make mistakes and have to fix it and make better guides later. It'd be nice to just have a guide that's good, you know, the first time around, and more of my guides are that way than not, but there are some of my guides out there that definitely could be improved upon a bit, and will have to be improved upon a bit eventually. But yeah, I can't really pump out guides the way I used to anymore, because I've already made a lot of them, and also my gameplay is just a lot less diverse than it used to be, because my goals have become more ambitious. But I have, you know, continued to focus on my Twitch channel quite a bit, just because it's really easy to live stream my gameplay and people like to watch. So if you ever want to catch more of me and are missing my videos, then you might enjoy my live streams. So feel free to check those out. There is a little notifier thing on my videos whenever I'm live, and it's always linked in the description, so you can catch me there. I probably will actually be streaming today after this video goes out, so maybe you can catch my stream. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys all later.